Alright. Welcome back to another episode of Steven Universe Recaps. So, as you remember from 2 weeks ago, there was a whole thing where Steven and Connie fused and got them into trouble with the diamond. And so Steven tried to call for help, but he ended up going to the place of the Watermelon Stevens. Then he built a boat trying to get home, but it didn't last very long. And luckily, Lion King came, and Bismuth and Greg were there. And Steven wrote down a message saying that they need help. And so they delivered back, and now this happened. So yeah, Steven Universe Battle of Heart and Mind. Let's get started, shall we? So the first episode known as Change Your Mind. While Steven is still in the prison, Blue Diamond comes to confront her. And him, whatever. Saying that it was a really bad mistake. Not a bad mistake, but it was a bad choice of fusing and dancing in the middle of the room. And also bringing his human friends along with him. His human friend and gems, whatever. Then there's this weird caterpillar thing that she had in her hair or something. What is that? So then some trippy things happen. It shows like a whole thing with all the people and gems who were like mad at Steven. And there was this one part where Steven turned into rose quartz and pink diamond. Somehow. Wow. But it was a dream, so that would explain why that was weird as heck. So now, Steven starts to... Well, you remember in the dream where Blue confronted Steven? Well, it happens again, but then Steven somehow starts to stand up for herself. It's mostly because she has to apologize about the fusing at the ball. But he declines. He just says, no, I'm not sorry for that. And then some just energy just comes up in Blue, just all like, or something like that. Yeah, just this guy's bright up in here. So after that, Blue starts to feel sad about Pink Steven. Yeah, I said that. So she takes Connie and Steven back to the chamber where Connie unpacks food. Yeah, I even question that. So then they suit up, and Steven's back in his regular attire instead of the pink diamond attire. But to be fair, it kind of looked cool. The pink diamond attire looked pretty cute. So Blue takes them to a temple of all the bubbled gems on the homeworld colony. And suspiciously, Yellow is there. And he was standing there when the lights went on. She was like, what are you doing? That was like so suspicious, isn't it? And then the most epic thing happens. Blue starts to stand up for Steven, or Pink Diamond, whichever you prefer. It doesn't really matter. So she starts to stand up for Steven by fighting Yellow. And it's probably the most epic fight I've ever seen. So after that, Yellow starts to realize what she done wrong. Because It turns out everything was flawed, and then she started to cry, and it was not just because of Blue. It wasn't part of. Actually, it wasn't Blue at all. It was just Yellow's feelings. So now they're going to. And before now they're going to Pink Diamond's legs before White finds out any of this. Alright, so for the end of the half part of this episode, so they're going to escape, but then all of a sudden the White Pearl comes in and said, "You're not going anywhere." And then a little piece of white statue, that statue from the opening title card, you remember that? That thing was actually part for a fusion or something with the legs and like that part. Yeah, it's confusing too. Alright, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit, like skip the commercial so we can get past. And time cut starts now. And we're back. Okay, now let's see what's going back on. So then, that statue thing, it started to open its eyes, and this was just when it was about to go down. Because immediately, coming from the sky, it was, I don't know if, it was Blue and Yellow's hands. Yeah, that even confuses me. You remember their arms that they can control? What that, like their, I don't know how to say it. Everything's confusing in this show. So it turns out that those hands were controlled by Bismuth. Yay! Bismuth is back. I'm sorry. So they added others to come. Lapis and Peridot. And they got, I don't know if you can see. Maybe if I can. No. They got new designs. They got new designs. And that's cool. I'm gonna have so much fun to draw. You have no idea. I'm gonna have a blast drawing so much fun. New designs? I'm sorry. I'm like being too pausing so much, but I'm just too overwhelmed by how much coolness is happening, especially by the fact of Lapis and Peridot got new designs. It's just awesome. I have no words whatsoever. But anyways, Steven doesn't want to go back to Earth just yet. He just wants to talk to White. So then Blue and Yellow start to take their hand ships to attack her, just to make her talk. Yeah, even that sounded weird coming out of my mouth. So that kind of backfired, because after trying to reason with her, she stabbed him and turned them into, I don't know if you could call them zombies, but she basically zapped them, and they looked like they were going to be turned into stone or whatever, or get shattered, but they were actually probably being controlled. So then Steven tries to get the gems because he dropped them. And then while trying to save Amethyst, guess who's back? Smoky Quartz! Even with a new design too. So then Steven got Amethyst free, including the new design too. Who, I heard someone say that they were gonna get new designs, new forms And they were right. So congrats, whoever thought of that. Anyway, Steven did something with Pearl, and they fuse. Finally, it's what I wanted. That's just all. That's just all I wanted. Just a Pearl and Steven fusion. Yes. Woo! I'm just happy. So what do I call her? What do I call a Steven and Pearl fusion? Leave a comment. I'm sorry. I just can't tolerate this. I feel like I have tears. This is just something I never had before. Oh man, the fact that Steven fused with Pearl for the first time, and it's actually Rainbow Quartz too. Ooh, yeah, Rainbow Quartz, because it's kind of a coincidence. And the fact that not Steven, Pearl and Amethyst got new form, new designs. Yeah, I'm gonna have a blast with that fan art, I'm telling you. This one I was kind of a little bit mad about, because Steven was about to fuse with Garnet. No, not Garnet. Sapphire and Ruby. What is that gonna look like? But that they cut it off. But don't worry, I'll get back to you. Just a second. I cannot tolerate too much mind-blowing awesomeness the show just throws at me. I just can't tolerate this. This is just too cool, too awesome to even put in the words. 'Cause like, we see the Garnet and Steven fusion. And it's so cool. It's her name is Stone. Her name is Sunstone. It looks like fire with all combinations of Garnet, Sapphire, and Ruby, and Steven. It looks so cool. And it had hip hop music and everything. He said chillax. So then they started to go up to see if they could talk by climbing up her body. And before that, Sunstone just never will fourth wall breaking things like, kids, don't try this at home. And if something bad to you, tell an adult. So then White Diamond just gives a little slap of the wrist, and then they unfuse. And Garnet has a new form too. I don't think you know how much I can tolerate of awesomeness. 'Cause my heart is like, it's just like pumping, probably pumping of how much awesomeness this holds. I think you already know at this point, right? 'Cause now all the crystal gems, Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, and Steven fuse, and they create a whole different version of Alexandrite, but darker, known as Obsidian. She's huge. I can't. You just already know that I'm gonna have a blast. The fan art is just gonna be great. So then they all start to fight. Obsidian is just climbing up on her legs, while the others try to fight. And Bismuth even gives Connie her own sword. Wow. So while then Peridot was all stalling and all that, then Bismuth started to fall, and Lapis lost her water wings. But luckily Peridot saved save Bismuth. But then it was another slap of the wrist, and Peridot just landed somewhere. Where? And you probably wonder why I have this sword. Because with their combined with Obsidian's combined powers, they created a whole weapon, whole blade with like, and at the top part there was like a thing that represented the top part of Alexandrite, but it had fire. Then they just pulled it out, and it was just a fiery blade. So then they head up to White Diamond, and then you remember earlier when took them under her control? Well, they're there. Well, Yellow and Blue are there, and they're mind controlled, if you could call it that. Then all of a sudden, White Diamond mind controls the rest of the gems. Now it's only down to Steven. And there's a plot twist, because Connie tried to help them, but that didn't go so well. They're just gonna kidnap her too. And then Steven starts to realize that all of this was all some weird thing, that he was actually Rose and Pink Diamond. And then the most shocking thing happened at the last minute before this break. White Diamond pulled out his gem. That was the most weirdest, that was the most scariest and probably the most weirdest feeling I've ever seen and felt. Well, that made me feel weird, because if I had to have a real gem in my belly and they just took it out, yo. Alright. That was just so scary and so grotesque. Alright. I'm gonna come back to you right after the break. Yo, we're like 40 minutes into this, and then I'm like 17 minutes into this video. I'll be back. I don't know if you can hear something outside. I don't want to apologize for that. So anyway, after taking out the gem, something cool happened. It was like a little thing with the gem from Steven, and it just makes me feel weird that they literally took out a piece of gem from Steven. It's just grotesque. I think it's supposed to be Pink Diamond, but it's in the form of Steven, just all pink. So, after that, the pink Steven and the regular Steven kind of fuse. I don't know if you can really call it fusing, because they're basically the same entity, just with the different parts. But anyway, Steven comes back to normal. And that pink Steven, I forgot to mention that the pink Steven tried to stop White Diamond, so yeah. And White was still getting pissed, because she was like, "You're not Pink Diamond. You do not act like this. You're acting like a child." And Steven says, "I am a child. What's your excuse?" So then all the love, I think, got to White Diamond, causing all the gems who are all corrupted, if you could call it that, to go free. They were no longer under her control. They're under Pink's control, I guess? So then they go to a part on Earth where City and the City Killers, didn't think you would hear from them, huh? So they were singing Greg's song let me drop my fan into your heart with a little case of a Sega Genesis drum. Yeah, I know my sound fonts. I know my music. So Steven reunites with his dad, and guess who else comes back? Freaking Lars and the old abandoned gems. You remember them? I remember them. Yes. Sorry, I'm being too loud. I'm just really happy. I just can't tolerate all of this happiness. That was my parents. Sorry about that. So then Steven started to sing a song, sing the intro song, and also bringing back all corrupted, shattered gems. Even Jasper. Was I the only one who forgot about Jasper? I literally forgot about Jasper. But that's it. Man, that was. So yeah, I think that was the finale. I think, but there's also gonna be a movie coming this fall. Oh man, looks like we got more waiting to do. So yeah, that was the. I forgot the name of the thing. What's it called? I forget. Whatever. That's the end of this 1 hour special, and we only have 22 minutes in the video. So the one thing that I like about Steven Universe is how, I don't know how to say it, but like literally, first like the show like starts off like goofy and random, and then later it gets all serious and crap. That's how good it is, because it teaches you stuff like I didn't even know about, like even I probably even know like a few things about gems now. No, this was great. I have no words. Just the fact that like these, all the gem colony is just like so big in this world, and like the amount of gems that this world creates is just so cool. Even the amount of gems. But anyway, I mean, because everything in the show is great. Like new characters, location, missions, gem weapons, fusion, even the songs, all of it is great. So yeah, that was my recap. So I'll probably see you this fall, because there's gonna be a movie, Steven Universe movie. I'll probably give a recap on that. Oh god, this was great. So yeah, I'm Jane Man, and I'll see you next time.